What's up, everybody? Welcome to Model Monday Live. Welcome to Model Monday Live. Get the music down to a magic number. Let me know if that music's too loud for anybody, but I just want to say welcome. Thanks everyone so much for showing up. 3167 said there's 9 people here already. You know what, 3167, as long as you're here and I'm here, it's going to be a good show. Guaranteed. And Tambora Station's here, and Eric is here. What's up, everybody? Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight to Model Monday Live, Season 3, Episode 1. What is up, Ivan? I'm going to just take a quick monitor here of the audio, and then we'll be good to kick things off. See how things sound here. I think it sounds great. Mic sounds good. Everything looks good. I got my monitoring system over there. Audio sounds good. Music level is good. D4RK is here. What's up, Dark? Thanks for tuning in. It's been great chatting with you in the comments. Zachary F is here. What's up, Zachary? Thank you for tuning in. And Sarath is here. Welcome, Sarath. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to everyone. This is going to be, I think, a really good show, guys. I'm excited. I'm using a slightly different camera angle. I got good volumes on everything. I think we're good, man. I think we're good to go here. So let's get into it a little bit. Let's jump right into it. Season 3 is beginning now. Model Monday Live. I'm so excited to have everybody here. And we're going to start off here by just jumping right into it, doing some Model Monday Live. That's what we're all here for, is Model Monday Live. So let's get into it here. 3167, giving me a shout out for 3D Experience World. Thanks a lot. 3167, appreciate it. It was a fun time. I would have loved to have maybe gotten a little bit more into some of the Q&A, but it was cool having like that whole group of people there together. You know, Cam runs a Stump the Chump type of format where he does a much better job of organizing the questions and getting people the answers. I was feeling a little overwhelmed last week during that session, but you know, we make do with what we got. It was pretty good. All right, cool. So what's up? Let's see here. We got looks like a new person in the chat here. SK, want to compete in the modeling competition one day. Haven't come around to doing it. Pretty late in Germany right now. Well, SK, I got some great news for you. I don't know if you're going to stick around to the end of the live stream tonight, but if you don't, be sure to tune in. Watch the replay tomorrow. I got some good news for you with regards to what time it is. Tom Smith here says, "What's up, gang? Long time no see. What is up, Tom? Great to see you in here as always." All right, let's get into it here. We're going to do 3 challenges tonight. The points are live. The points are live. You guys know what that means. That means that before we leave tonight, we're going to have the next tournament on the calendar. It's pretty exciting for sure. The points are live tonight. And you can win all 3. 2 weeks ago, when we did our last episode of Model Monday Live, Tom Smith won all 3 of the challenges. A clean sweep. He then went on to win the CSWE challenge at 3D Experience World. So Tom Smith is on a tear right now. He did manage to leave one of his sketches underdefined in Model Mania, but we don't have to talk about that. We can save that conversation for another day. Zachary's saying the music's still too loud. All right, we'll turn it down, Zachary, when once we show the drawing. Appreciate that feedback. Okay. He says, there you go. All right. Maybe I fixed it. I don't know. Maybe the song just faded out. Guys, the points are now live, which means that if you win one of the challenges tonight, if you are the first person to get the answer correct in the chat, you will find your place on this leaderboard. So you will find your name here. Rank number 1, rank number 2, rank number 3. The top 8 people on this leaderboard will qualify for the summer 2021 TooTallToby 3D CAD modeling speedrun head-to-head tournament of champions, or at least tournament of people who are on the leaderboard. So all you got to do is win one of the contests tonight and you get your name on the leaderboard. Once you're on the leaderboard, if you can maintain a spot in the top 8, then you're in the tournament. As long as you can logistically show up at the tournament, which is, it's all web-based, so it really just means like if you're not on vacation that day or something. So let's get into it. Let's take a look at our challenge. What are you going to need to participate? Well, you need a YouTube chat, because what I'm going to ask you to do is take a 2D print and turn it into a 3D model, come up with the mass, and then type that mass into YouTube. First person whose name appears in the YouTube chat with the correct mass wins. And you're going to need a 3D CAD system that can input density and output mass. Now, there's been a number of people asking about X-Design, Dassault Systems 3D Experience X-Design. Can I use X-Design for this? And what I'm going to do to help with that is I'm going to make a change on the next episode where I'm going to change the materials to materials that are in X-Design out of the box. I'll make sure that everybody has a proper heads up, that you guys can all adjust your materials to suit. But just kind of a little heads up, look forward to that for next episode. I'm going to make a change to the material attributes, the densities, so that they match up with some of the ones that are in X-Design, because it can be a little bit tricky to change out the materials in X-Design. I've had a number of people asking if they can compete using X-Design. Absolutely. You can compete in any system where you can customize the density of your material and you can output mass. So anything you got, whatever you have. I have SolidWorks. I love SolidWorks. That's my jam. But if you got something else, that's fine. I want to see who's fastest. The rules of this tournament and the qualifiers for this tournament are simple. Number 1, this is meant to be fun and good-spirited. There's not like a huge prize up top or anything like that. It's just meant to be fun. It's meant to be good-spirited. And number 2, I will and have made a mistake on some of the prints. And so at some point, I'm sure that I will again in the future. And when that happens, we're just going to work through it together. If you're the type of person that gets really bent out of shape when that type of thing happens, then it's probably best if you just hang back and watch. But if you're good with this, if this is your type of tournament, your type of challenge right here, when these are the only 2 rules, well, then you're in the right place and you're going to get along just great with everybody else in here. Alnis asks a great question in the chat, which is, does X-Design have custom materials? The answer is you actually you create 3D Experience is a fully connected system. Like all the apps are always talking to each other, And you actually can create your custom materials in a different app and then use them in all of your 3D experience. So if you're doing simulation, for example, if you're doing X design, if you're doing X shape, whatever you're doing, you can pull from that one single kind of unified materials library. And it's not really clearly taught in the X design training. So I just figured it'd be better if I just kind of like make it a little bit easier for people, just because it's such a new program, make it a little bit easier for people if they want to use that program. All right, cool. All right. Loving the chat here. Bonus points if we find the error, 3167. Yeah, if I make a mistake on a print and you find an error, will it be bonus points? Well, you'll definitely get a bonus shout out, 3167. I'll definitely give you that. And Nick, good. Nick, looks like I stalled long enough for you. You were able to get SolidWorks open, so that is awesome. I think we're ready to move on here. Here's the materials for tonight. Like I said, these materials are going to be slightly changing for next week, but I'll give everybody a heads up. For now, it's the same materials we've been using for the past year, and these are the default out-of-the-box materials in SolidWorks. So, or really what I should say is default densities in SolidWorks. Like ABS is actually not the default material in the favorites menu. I think it's ABS PC. So just make sure you're using actual ABS. And most importantly, make sure you're getting your density correct. If you're using a different CAD program, just make sure that you got your densities correct. But for all those of you who are here who have been here before, these are the same materials we've been using all year. No change yet. That change is coming on the next episode. Shaking things up here in Season 3. All right, guys, here we go. First challenge is ready to appear. This one is called 21-02-04 Lifter. I'm just going to flip over to full screen here so that everybody can see it in 3, 2, 1. Take a look here. This is the lifter. This is something that you might find bolted to a piece of maybe angle iron or some type of iron that's got like a 30-degree angle coming off of it. Here we go. So I hope you guys have a chance to see this. Now, if you're here for the first time, the challenge is now live. First person to get this answer correct in the chat wins. And probably the best strategy is to take a screenshot of this, to take a screen grab, to use snipping tool or Snagit or whatever your screen grab software is. Take a screen grab of this. And just kind of put it on a second monitor so you can design on one monitor and you can keep watching on the other, because I'm not going to leave this up on the screen. So let's see here. Christian Tello already in with an answer. 124.6. Wow, that's amazing. Christian, that was so fast. Unfortunately, you're a little bit outside of spec. That's not the correct answer. Maybe you want to check your material densities. But that was a great attempt there. Very nicely done. And welcome. First time I've seen you here in the chat, so welcome. Nicely done. And I'm going to leave this up here for about 5 more seconds. And once this is gone, it'll just be up to you. So just make sure you've got a screen grab of this. I'm just going to take a quick listen to the audio here. Christian says, no, I'm just spitballing. Hey man, I love it. It's funny that you're doing that because I'm gonna flip back. I'm gonna take us off the screen now. So in the tournaments that we've had so far, Christian, we have had a rule where you can answer incorrectly once. You get 1 mulligan per challenge. So in the tournaments, we have the people actually competing head to head, and they're sharing their screens. So let's say, for example, Cam was going up against Zachary, and let's say Zachary answered twice incorrectly. The first time he answers incorrectly, I'll let him know. Second time, that's it. He can't answer anymore, and it's up to Cam to come up with the correct answer. But I think this time around, I'm going to change that rule. I'm going to put a little bit more pressure on people, and I'm going to say you can answer once incorrectly. And if you answer the second time incorrectly, the other person gets it. Like, the other person just gets it. Now, there may be some strategy in that rule change that I might not want to, go into. So I'm still kind of thinking it over. But, everything is on the table right now. For example, an example of a game theory strategy, game theory optimal, might be if the part seems like it's got a lot of trickery to it, maybe just hang back, right, and let your opponent top out, as it were. And so I'm not sure I want to go quite down that far. This isn't meant to be that type of strategy. We're not trying to go that deep into it. It's meant to be good-spirited, right? That might take away from that good-spirited aspect, but just kind of food for thought, and I appreciate the enthusiasm there, Christian. Christian also says his mouse is broken, so he can't play today. He's just kind of doing it by eye, just eyeballing it up and saying, you know what? I think based on what I think the volume of this part is, it's probably 124.6. Excellent guess. Eric calling out the Seaboars going through the angled face, the anti-Ivan exploit. That is correct. Trying to get away from, or trying to prevent the Ivan exploit, where you could just kind of drop those holes anywhere. If you guys haven't seen the Ivan exploit, I think it's about time that I make a video, just straight up video on the Ivan exploit, explaining what it is, because we reference it so frequently, and there's probably a lot of people that are watching. They're like, what in the heck are they talking about? Guys, last week was 3D Experience World. It was a great time. It was a lot of fun. It was great catching up with so many of you there at 3D Experience World, virtually, if you will. It was a very interesting conference. We've never done a virtual 3D Experience World, and 3D Experience World used to be called SolidWorks World. Last year, 2020, changed the name to 3D Experience World. Our good friend 3167, who's in the chat, was actually brought up on the virtual stage during the Reddit special event, and he had both myself and my wife, and I'm sure a lot of people, cracking up. You were a wonderful guest on the show, 3167. It was really funny, and he gave a shout out to TooTallToby as well, which I thought was pretty cool. And 3167 also, since I'm already blowing you up here a little bit, recently took and passed his CSWP. I think maybe on certification day last week. So you guys, if you're in the chat, make sure you give 3167 a GG for taking and passing his CSWP, Certified SolidWorks Professional Exam. That is awesome, and congratulations to you, 3167. I think that's awesome. That's a tough exam, and I think it's great that you're able to get through it. I'm gonna take a little sip of my kombucha here. We're going with ginger lemon tonight, which is probably bad that I'm drinking it this late. I'm probably going to be up tonight, but that's okay. I got some videos I can edit. I see some answers coming in here. Nice job with getting these answers in. We'll take a look in just a moment to see who got it right. One of the things that you can do when you go to 3D Experience World or to SolidWorks World is you can participate in a competition called Model Mania, and this is a competition where very similar to what we're doing here tonight. I mean, clearly I got a lot of influence from Model Mania in the Model Monday live challenges. What happens with Model Mania is you show up at a booth, a physical booth, and they give you a drawing, and they say, go and build this drawing, and then you say, okay, I'm done, and they give you a Rev 2, a change to the model. And you have to make that change, and then you say, okay, I'm done, and then they say, all right, now run a simulation study on it, and they give you a simulation scenario. And so last week, the challenge was done virtually, so it was done online, so it was very similar to what we do here in Model Monday Live. And what they did was they gave you this pretty tricky part. It was not an easy part. It probably wasn't the hardest model that I've ever seen in Model Mania, but it was not easy either. And of course, when you're doing these competitions, man, you just get so, you get so jittery, if you will, when you're trying to go through and complete these challenges. And so I just want to give a huge shout out, a huge congratulations to everybody who participated. There was a SolidWorks challenge. There was a resellers championship. So the users and the resellers get split up in the SolidWorks challenge. There was a 3D experience challenge where people voted on which one was their favorite. Again, split up into users and resellers. Then there was a student challenge as well, which was a little bit more like a speed run. I just want to call your attention here to number 1 and number 2, Tim Z and Clark Schaefer. two guys who are regulars on TooTallToby on Model Monday Live. Congratulations to both of you. Clark has been with us for pretty much all year, pretty much since we started last year, and he's been crushing it. I think Clark really came onto the scene though, around the time we started doing our second tournament, so around the December tournament. So maybe it was more like 6 months ago. And, man, he was on the top of the leaderboard on that tournament. He got into that tournament. And, Clark, congratulations, man. That's so awesome, taking down second. And then Tim Z, I think maybe like 2-3 months ago, he started showing up for Model Monday Live. And he ends up taking down first. So I just think it's so awesome. Huge shout-out to you guys. Great job getting up there. And you're just, you're motivating all of us to make sure that we up our game a little bit more for next year. And also in the Student Challenge, Juss in the Student Challenge, huge shout out to Juss, who is regularly in the comments on Model Monday Replay. Probably Model Monday Live is not in a good time in his time zone, but he's there in Model Monday Replay, always lighting up the comments board. And he ended up getting 4th in the Student Challenge, which was a little bit more like a speed run. I think that they actually videotaped themselves doing it. So, and I can see Tim in the chat right now. So, great job, Tim. That is so awesome. Congratulations. You are the champion. You get a special, next year when you show up, you get a special golden chair that you get to sit in when you take the exam. And I'm just kidding. It would be pretty cool. Something that Tom Smith and I have been talking about. I think there should be a special, like a golden badge or a golden ribbon if you've ever taken down first. I think that would be dope. So congratulations to these guys, regulars on TooTallToby, and welcome. And also, congratulations to anybody really who finished it. This was a pretty tricky model, and I got a little surprise for you guys. On that day, I know some of you know, because as soon as it was over, I was right in there with you guys, like, what happened? I actually took it and videoed it. So this week, you guys are going to see a very special episode of Model Monday Solved, where I'm going to show you guys kind of what I was going through, how long it took me, what types of mistakes I made along the way, what types of challenges I ran into, maybe even a little bit of demystifying what happened with Ivan. I think I figured out what happened to you, Ivan, or possibly figured out what happened to you with that order of magnitude mistake there on the amount of force that was applied. So that's a video that I'm almost done editing. I'm excited to share it with you guys, and I hope you guys will like seeing the way that I think through it. It was far from perfect, but I definitely think there were some good lessons in there. And overall, it's just kind of like a cool. It was cool for me to look back and see kind of that feeling that we all get of like, oh God, here we go, this is it. We all end up getting that kind of jittery feeling. So I see a lot of answers coming in. I just want to say one more thing about 3D Experience World, and then I have a question for all of you as well. But the one last thing I want to say about 3D Experience World is that you can go to 3dexperienceworld.com still, and you can access the catalog of the recordings. So if you look at the 3D Experience World website, if you go there, if you log in, use the same registration you used when you logged in for the main event, you can go into the section where it's called Session Catalog, and you can say sort by delivery method on demand. So down at the bottom where it says filters, delivery method on demand. And there's just so much good content in here that I didn't get to watch last week that I've been going over and watching. I literally just watched another one today. I watched Tank's video on, it's called like, I Am Lazy, Tips for Making SolidWorks Work for You. And, there's just so much good content in here that you can still go through and you can benefit from. So don't overlook this resource. Again, this is unusual that everything was recorded, was properly recorded, is now available right away on demand. So it's a great opportunity to get in there and kind of get some free training, if you will, and to get some really good tips and tricks. So I just would encourage everybody, if you haven't had a chance to go through and check out that catalog, still get in there, check it out. There's definitely some good stuff. Nick says, Toby, any idea why they limit access to 30 days only for viewing sessions on demand? I mean, I can't give you like all the details, Nick, just because I don't know them. But my understanding is that what it all really comes down to is that the platform that it's hosted on is running a service, and they don't have unlimited, space capacity. They don't have unlimited hosting capacity. So there's some kind of like limit as to how long they will host it. Now, where the content goes from there, most of us internally are pushing for and hoping that we will still be able to provide it some way outside of that 30 days. So if these expire, at the end of the month or the end of next month or middle next month, whenever, I don't know. I mean, everything has a shelf life. I don't have a good answer for you, Nick. I'm sorry. I thought I was going to be able to give you a much better answer than that, but I would just say, do whatever you got to do. If you see some really good content in there and you don't want to lose it, just like anytime you see anything on the internet, if you don't want to lose it. I remember, this is going to be a little bit off topic, but I remember I saw this band from Canada that did a like spot on cover of Hot for Teacher by Van Halen, and it was like one of the best Van Halen covers I've ever seen. It was so good. The guy sung just like David Lee Roth, like he got so into it. And you know what happened? They took the video down. They got some kind of like, copyright strike or whatever. They took the video down. Their publisher, their label took it down, whatever it was. And I never captured it, and I was always kicking myself afterwards. So anytime you see something that's like amazing online, try to make sure that you get it. You guys get what I'm saying, right? Hopefully you get it. I don't know. Otherwise, we'll have it available. Hopefully. That was the longest non-answer I've ever given. Sorry, Nick. Sorry, everyone else who had to listen to all that. I love Van Halen. What can I say? Guys, what did you think about 3D Experience World? Did you guys like 3D Experience World? What did you like about it? That's really what I want to know. Not did you like it, but what did you like about it? I know that it was virtual. I know that all of us feel the same way. I would have loved to have been there in person with everybody. I can't wait until we are all there together again. That all being said, what did you like about it? I'm just curious. I'm just looking for something to talk about with you after the next break. So what did you like about 3D Experience World? And with that, I think I've given everybody enough time to answer this question here. This question was, what is the mass of this part in grams? Let's move the chat over here. Let's take a look here at the chat, see if anybody was able to get an answer, and if anybody was able to get the correct answer as well. So we got Christian Tello coming in here, first place, very first person to come in with an answer. It was not correct, but he still gets an honorable mention for having the first answer. Nice job, Christian. We got Ivan coming in with 430.09, so we're looking for this in XXX grams. It's basically plus or minus 0.049, or plus or minus 0.49 grams, so it's, just to the nearest gram. So we're going to call that 430 for Ivan. Alice came in right behind him also with 430. Cam coming in with 431.4. So Cam coming in a little bit higher. We're going to see which one of those was correct. Let's see here. And we got Cam up correcting down to 430. So it looks like 430 is getting the consensus. Philo Mathis coming in with 430 as well. Nicely done. Let's see here. Tom Smith coming in with 430. Chris Loretta. What's up, Chris? How you been, man? Great to see you in here. Coming in with 430. Nicely done. We got Zachary F coming in a little bit low, 408. But I don't know. Maybe he's right as well. You never know. Don't go with the crowd. You never know who's going to be right. D4RK coming in with 429.29, very, very close to what everybody else was coming up with. Zachary F coming up to 425 now, adding the second rib. Sareth coming in with 438. We got some answers all over the place here. Dustin, what's up? First time I think I've seen you in here. 430, nicely done. Okay, and let's see here. Sareth coming in with 430.09, so that looks like a correction from earlier. Coming back into 430 with everybody else. Zachary coming in with 430 now. He says, don't know what's up with me today. Hey, man, you guys may try as you want here. We're only looking for the first answer. And it looks like that first answer is 430. And let's see if that is the correct answer. Whoops. Let's see if that is the correct answer. So the correct answer is 430. That is the correct answer. So it looks like Ivan is going to win that first session. So we're going to change this here to Ivan. I think I might have spelled your last name wrong, Ivan. Low L. I just added an extra letter there, sorry. Well, I actually spelled it way wrong. Sorry, bro. All right, fixed. All right, and Ivan is USA, and 1 point for Ivan. I know you guys can't see what I'm working on over here, but don't worry, I'll show you in just a moment. And let's update that. So if you guys go to my website, which is TooTallToby.com, and you click on this link up here in the upper corner, you will see here that there is a leaderboard, and that leaderboard is now being led by none other than former champion of the tournament, of this very tournament, Ivan, the Reasonable. So nice job, Ivan. Congratulations. You are the first one on the board on the fastest updating leaderboard in educational esports. Guaranteed. Very nicely done, Ivan. Very nicely done to everyone who was able to come up with the correct answer. Nicely done. Nicely done. These are for points. That is correct. Yes. All right. And I'll come back to take a review of some of the answers to those questions in just a moment. But I want to make sure everybody has time for the next challenge. Now, past couple weeks, you guys have been asking me about sheet metal. We're going to be doing live challenges tonight. The points are live. You can win all three. And guess what? We're going to be doing another sheet metal challenge tonight. So this model is sheet metal. Now, that doesn't mean you necessarily have to use SolidWorks sheet metal to do this model. But if you do, it'll probably be a lot easier. You'll probably be able to get it done a lot faster. So here we go, everybody. This one is called Hold Bracket. If you don't have sheet metal or if you don't have SolidWorks, you could absolutely do this model without using sheet metal features. But if you do have sheet metal, it's going to go a lot faster. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. So you'll notice here I'm looking for the mass of this part in XXX grams. And you'll notice that this model has a default wall thickness of 5 millimeters and a default bend radius of 5 millimeters. As always, you're going to be best served to take a screen capture of this. If you take a screen capture, that should definitely help you so that you can continue modeling while we move on with our presentation. I'm going to take a sip of my lemon ginger kombucha. It's delicious. It's probably going to have me up all night, but that's okay. Just doing a quick check of the audio. It looks like Clark is now in the chat. What's up, Clark? Welcome, welcome. You are here in time for the second one. It is a sheet metal challenge. And congratulations. We gave you a big shout out earlier. Congratulations on your victory over almost every other person in Model Mania this year. Very nicely done. Very, very nicely done. Eric says, yay, sheet metal. Eric, if I don't, I'm just going to say this now because I'm going to probably forget later. If you could hit me up on LinkedIn, I would love to talk to you about possibly being a guest this season. Now, this is very strange to broadcast this, but we're all friends here. I would love to make that happen. I know a lot of other people would love to make that happen too. But I know you're a very busy man too, so no pressure. Just putting you on the spot here in front of everybody. Hit me on LinkedIn, bro. All right, guys. I'm going to leave this up here for about 5 more seconds. Oh, here we go. Eric says, assigning materials in X design, X shape, X sheet metal is pretty straightforward. Maybe that can be our topic when we have you on the show. That could be one of the things that you show us. All right, guys. Leave us up here for just another moment. We're going to flip this back. Here we go. Let's take a look at the answer to your question. No. Your answers to my question. 3D Experience World 2021. What did you like? Let's take a look here. All right, here we go. Let's see here. I liked not walking 27 miles during the week. That's pretty good. I was crushing it. Like I had a Fitbit back then. And shout out to Fitbit. And I remember seeing the all my steps when I would do the I remember all the steps when I did those walks back and forth from the hotel, and then like you get to the event and you forgot something at the hotel, or you want to go back and get your, drop off your bag or whatever, and then you're going back to the event and walking all around the event. It seems like there's some kind of algorithm where whenever I pick different sessions, they're always on completely different ends of the location. So, all right, here we go. Let's see here. It looks like. Yeah, okay, so it looks like Nick says, I think it would have been more fun if the CSWE meetup had been in person. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all that stuff. The thing is, the nut that hasn't been cracked yet about virtual meetups is the ability to easily just lead over to someone and say something just to them, right? That's like, there's ways you can do it. There's platforms that are better about it. But ultimately, when you don't have the ability, when, Nick and I can't be sitting in a room with 30 people, and I can't just lean over to Nick and say something funny that only he hears, that's it. You lose it. So, I'm glad that we're not there. I hope that we never get there. I hope that we can only ever do that in person, because that's part of the magic of being in person. And I can't wait until we're in person again. For trying to bite the cord and pull my. Okay, nice. That sounds like that's a reference to his question earlier about Dark's pet. All right, here we go. Model and Edge IDs was something I never knew about. That's cool. So that sounds like something 3167 learned at the conference. Nick says, I like the 2-Bit Circus trivia nights. That was a lot of fun. I completely agree. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I was having a great time in there. It was great seeing everybody in there. I thought the host, Josh, I think his name was, I thought he was terrific. I thought it was a very cool concept as well. There's some other stuff that I've played before that's kind of like that. It reminds me a lot of like Jackbox games. So if you guys have ever played, if you guys have never played Jackbox games, it may be something to look at. It's kind of cool because you'll play it on a main screen, like one person will have it on their computer, but then all the other participants play from their phones. That's generally like the common theme across all Jackbox games. Shout out to Jackbox Games. No sponsorship yet, but maybe if they're looking to sponsor somebody, they'll throw some dogecoin my way or something. But yeah, I like those Jackbox games. The one that we play a lot is called Drawful. It's a lot of fun. If you guys have never played that, definitely check it out. It's a lot of fun. Another vote here for the 2-Bit Circus. Yeah, that was pretty cool. 3D actually virtual hangouts were a lot of fun. Lots of good conversation. Yeah, shout out to Sean O'Neill, who really helped to spearhead those efforts. Last year it was the Hive, and then again now the Hive Mind meetups. A lot of fun. The ability just to kind of like talk and break out into different groups. A lot of fun. Zach says, if it was in person, I would not have been able to attend. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a great point. It definitely is a double-edged sword there. Wish the hangouts were a tad longer. Yep, that's a good point. Yeah. All right, cool. I think that's. Yeah, I think I really like so many people who never would have been able to attend were able to be there. Yeah, I think that's cool. I think it'd be cool. Yeah, I think if we could take some of like the benefits of that part of it, like what allowed them to be there, remotely. What did they get out of it? Can we still do that? Even when the event is in person, can we still offer some of those capabilities to people who are off-site? That would definitely, I think, keep more of those people involved who can't actually physically travel there. All right, cool. Let's see here. Nick says, missing detail on Arc in the top view, or am I dumb? And then he says, just dumb, never mind. Okay. Fair enough, Nick. I don't think you're dumb. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah. In person is still the best way. Yeah, I completely agree. All right. Awesome, guys. Well, looks like some answers are coming in. So while those answers are coming in, I want to move on to the next topic. But I do appreciate that feedback. That's pretty much, those are all the things that I really like too. They all have the same theme, which is like still interacting, everything we're doing, we're interacting. That's what I'm all about. Guys, let's talk about Model Monday Live Season 3. Tonight is the first episode of Season 3. But we're going to see a change here in Season 3. And I know that a lot of you are not going to like this change. Some of you are going to like this change. Some of you are going to feel like it doesn't matter. You're down for whatever. Everybody's locked at home right now anyway, although people are starting to be let out a little bit more. That's why I'm trying to get this change in now before it gets too late. But we are going to be seeing a change here in Season 3. And that change is Model Monday Live is going to temporarily move to Model Saturday Live. Now, this is in response to actually a comment we already heard earlier today from one of our newer participants in the chat, which is that the time of Model Monday Live is really bad for people in Europe and really bad for people in India. Now, I know that a lot of people who are here regularly are not in Europe and are not in India. And I'm not trying to betray you guys. I'm just trying out something new here for a little bit. And this is just a cross out. We're not getting rid of the word Monday. We're not replacing it with the word Saturday. This is just a temporary cross out. Worst case scenario, if you think that this is bad, worst case scenario is we run it like this for Season 3, and then we're back Season 4, back to Monday nights, and, in time for the tournament in December. But I am going to try this out. I do want to experiment with this a little bit. I want to see kind of, what type of appeal this provides, and what type of opportunity this provides for people in other areas of the world. Maybe it's a little bit ambitious to say, hey, we got 25 people on here right now. Let's go international, but that's kind of like the way that my brain works. So we're going to just try it. We're going to see what happens. And this is kind of what it's going to look like here. So this coming Saturday, in just 5 days, we're going to do our first episode at 1500 GMT, which is 10 o'clock East Coast. It's probably like 7 in the morning for those of you who are on the West Coast. Sorry. Shout out to Clark. Shout out to Alice. I know it's very early on a Saturday. I just want to experiment with this a little bit and see how it goes. Now, after, a few episodes of this, maybe I'll take a poll, see what people are thinking about this, kind of reevaluate things, and maybe I'll move it a little bit later in the day on Saturday. But this is going to be the schedule, at least for the first few episodes here. I've already been talking to some guests about Season 3 coming on in Season 3, so we're going to try and get them scheduled. But this is going to be the Season 3 Model Monday Live on Saturday schedule. Now, what does this mean for Monday nights? Are we still going to be going live on Monday nights? I think I'm still going to at least get on for a little bit. 9 o'clock. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick a topic that's like a little bit less well known. Like maybe modify sketch or some of like the direct editing commands, or just maybe like I'll just pick like a nuanced topic and just kind of dive into it a little bit. Maybe spend 20-30 minutes just diving into it, and then I'm going to be done with it. So, that's going to be kind of the plan for now. I hope that this will work out. I hope that I won't lose any of you. If I do lose any of you, I hope that it's just temporarily, and that when we get back to Season 4, I'll get everybody back. I don't want to lose anybody, of course. I don't ever want to lose you guys. You guys are amazing. But that is the big announcement for Season 3 of Model Monday Live. We're going to be doing it on Saturdays. We're going to be doing it 1500 GMT. I'm very modern. I'm very international, using GMT here instead of East Coast. And we're going to see how it goes. Maybe we'll get some new people involved, mix it up a little bit, shake it up a little bit, and then see kind of how we come out on the other side. So with that, let me go back to our challenge here, our sheet metal challenge. I know you guys love sheet metal. This is kind of a weird one, right? I know that it was a little... I don't know what the word is. It probably was not the most responsible way for me to mention this Radius 5 here. The Radius 5 brackets 6 places, meaning these 6. The only thing I could really do was kind of call them out in the isometric view to help you out with that. And then the Radius 15 4 places. Again, I'm leaving it up to you guys. As I always say, I want you guys to be able to work your way through some of these challenges, because you will inevitably get stuff like this from people. So it's good practice, and I try to give you everything you need. So let's see if we did it. Let's see if I gave you everything you needed, or see if I lost anybody on this one. Let's see here. We are all right. Here we go. I think we're getting to this one here. Here we go. All right. I want in on the joke as well. Okay. All right. So 964.57 from Ivan for the first answer. And Ivan was there in the first one as well. So if that's correct, he might actually end up getting 2 points on the very first night of season 3. That would be amazing, huh? All right, let's keep moving on here. So Tom Smith, 961. Oh, so a different answer from Tom Smith there. And then Ivan coming back in with 954, and then Ivan coming in with 947. So I think he's just gonna like keep rolling down the entire catalog there of all the possible weights. So I'm curious, Ivan, what happened there? What did you miss on the first 2, but then you locked in on the third one? That's interesting. Okay, so we got Tom Smith here at 961. We got Ivan at 947. Clark coming in at 1607. Let's see here. Tamborora Station says, personal best, just finished the first model. I'm slow, but got the answer right. Nice job, Tamborora Station. GG on that first model. What matters is that you get it right, man. It doesn't, I mean, if you finish it in 10 minutes, or if you finish it in 20 minutes, or you're going to finish it in 30 minutes, as long as you get it right, that's what really matters. Let's see here. Clark says 1607. Tim Z coming in with 924. Let's see here. Clark adjusting to 947, which that was Ivan's third answer as well. So we finally have 2 consistent answers, I think, for the first time. Alnus coming in with 937. Tim Z coming in with 927. So everybody's still kind of all over the map here. Alnus coming in there with 947 then. Says he found a mistake. Let's see here. Tim Z, 950. Man, I'm bad at sheet metal today. Yet another answer. Cam coming in with 940. Man, everybody is all over the place on this thing. Dustin coming in with 928. Shout out to Dustin. How you doing? Welcome back to round 2. Tom Smith coming in with 947. Says, my offset turned on. Damn it, why was my offset turned on? Tom, you know what's funny? That was happening to me too. It's really interesting. Like, I don't know if there's something with the geometry of this model or what, but like offset was defaulting on, and that's the first time that's ever really happened to me. So wouldn't it be weird if there's like some combination of steps that I did when I was auditing this that you also did that caused that to turn on? It's so weird. Cam coming in here, 937. Tim Z, 948. Final error, must be too tired. Still a little different. A lot of different answers on this one. This is a good model, huh? Okay, let's see here. All right. Eric, give me a shout out. Hey, man, I'm doing what I can here. Appreciate the shout out, Eric. Let's see here. Nick Philomathus saying 953. Dark coming in here, 937. And Ivan says, overlook the inner versus outer virtual sharp 2 times for incorrect flange lengths. Let's see what the correct answer is here. Guys, we got a lot of different answers. So this is a good one. This is definitely one to screen capture and make sure that you save this one so you have a chance to practice it until the Model Monday replay comes out, which I know I've been slacking on those guys. I'll try to get those back on schedule. Correct answer is 947. Ivan, third time's a charm. Lowen comes in and gets it with 947. Let me update the fastest updating leaderboard in educational esports. Come over here. If you guys go to the TooTallToby website, you go to Model Monday Live, what you will find is that Ivan is now listed here at the top of the leaderboard with 2 points. Congratulations, Ivan. Very nicely done. 947 was the correct answer. And that model had a little bit of trickiness to it for sure. I think with sheet metal, a lot of times the hardest thing to learn how to do consistently is something that does indeed come up all the time, which is stuff like this. This is why I really like this model. This front face of the model here, it's going to be bolted to something. And a lot of times when you're doing some kind of a holding bracket, 2 different faces on the sheet metal have to be coplanar in order for it to fit into place, to fit onto that mating component. So it's definitely a great exercise to go through to learn how to do that, to learn how to do it consistently, and to kind of learn some best practices and best ways to do it. It's not necessarily about like doing any kind of a shortcut. Even if you manually, if you created a tab that just came straight over in this direction. I tried to zoom in there. It didn't work though. If you created a tab that just manually came straight over in one direction, and then came straight down in this direction, using the base flange tab command, and then bent straight down, just kind of learning the idea of like the flange position when you're creating edge flanges is going to be really valuable. And this is definitely the stuff that you will see in the real world when you're doing sheet metal. So glad that we had a chance to work this one in. This is a cool model. I'm glad that. A lot of times, like what I'll do is I'll especially with the sheet metal stuff, because it's kind of hard to find like mechanical examples in some of my old books, which is where I pull a lot of my influence from. With the sheet metal examples, a lot of times I'll just literally Google sheet metal bracket, and then I'll look in the image search, and I'll just like sit there and scroll through, and then I'm like, oh, that one, and then that gives me kind of like a starting point, and then a few minutes later we end up with something like this. So let's see here. I'm just going to flip over to the chat here, just make sure I'm not missing anything. Nick says, Toby, I don't think Ivan is in the USA. Yeah, that's a good point. Ivan, are you in? I thought. Well, Ivan, you let me know if you're not in the USA. If you're in Canada, I will update it. I think I just happen to have you. I guess I actually did change it, huh? It did say UK, and then I changed it to USA. At least I got closer. But that's good. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate the shout out or the heads up on that. Let's see here. All right. Gonna have to review this again. Also, just now finished. Nice job, 3167. Sheet metal is a little tricky, for sure. Okay. Zach says he works every Saturday around 12 East Coast. That stinks. Well, it depends on where you are, Zach. Depending on where you are, it might be early enough for you. But if it's too late, I am a little bummed. I'll miss you, bro. Okay, let's see here. But I do appreciate the heads up, so I'll know where you are. And you can always still do the Model Monday replays if I can start getting them out on time. That's for sure. And then the other thing is, of course, you can watch the replays. And if you're just trying to compete just for fun, you can just compete against the other people. All right, cool. Okay, Ivan is in Canada. All right. Done sheet metal for 18 years. Okay, good. Well, it's right in your wheelhouse. I'm going to do the entire tournament in sheet metal this time, too, then, just to troll everybody else, Ivan. All right, here we go. Model Monday Live, final challenge of the night. Let's see here. There are 3 challenges tonight. The points are live. You can win all 3. Ivan might become just the 3rd person in history to clean sweep. It started with Clark Schaefer. He was the first person to clean sweep to win all 3 in one night. Tom Smith did it 2 weeks ago. Ivan's trying to get himself on that leaderboard as well. Let's see if he can do it. Once again, we're going to be using the same materials we've been using all year. Here we go, guys. This one is going to be called Bracket. It's a very bland, generic name. Very bland and generic name here on this one. Here we go. Let's see here. See, a question came in here from Mike. What's up, Mike? Welcome to the party, bro. Can someone please explain the difference between tangent and virtual sharp? I'd be happy to explain that. No problem. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. This one's actually called wedge. It's not called bracket. I think I had an... Oh, I did. I had the old slide front for that. This one is actually called wedge. So 210206 wedge. Just taking another sip of my lemon ginger kombucha. It sure is delicious. And I'm going to now update the most rapidly updated leaderboard in educational esports to make sure that we have Ivan shown from the correct location, because this thing is going international. All right, cool. Guys, this one's called Wedge. We're ending up on kind of an easy note tonight. This one, I think the other two were a little more tricky than this one, but there's still a little bit of trickiness to this model. So I hope everybody's able to come up with a good solution for this one. It is in inches. We are looking for the answer in pounds this time. It's a little bit different. I'm going to leave this up on the screen for just about 10 more seconds, and then we will flip back to the webcam view. All right, cool. Let's see here. If I 367. If I were to do this again, I would learn how to use the sheet metal tools. Yes. Good call. All right, guys. Flipping back. So, with regards to the question from Mike. Mike's question was, can someone please explain the difference between tangent and virtual sharp? So, Mike, I think, I guess in that example, what you're asking about is with regards to sheet metal, like when the sheet metal flange position makes that call out. I mean, just kind of in general, when you're talking about virtual sharp, what you're talking about is the intersection point between two edges that don't necessarily intersect. So, up here in this view, the virtual sharp here at this fillet would be where this edge extends and where this edge extends. And then down here in this view here, you can see it's where that, where the two edges extend there, where they come together. That would be considered the virtual sharp. So in terms of sheet metal, when you're taking a flange distance and you're measuring a flange distance off of a virtual sharp, if the bend is 90 degrees, then the distance from virtual sharp and the distance from tangent are the same, right? Because the tangency point of a 90-degree bend is the peak, right? So it is collinear to this line here anyway. But when the bend is not at 90 degrees, that's when it starts to become different. So you could imagine, and I'm just hand sketching this here, so it's not going to be perfect, but you could imagine that if you had a tangency like this, right, now the virtual sharp distance is going to be way out here. The intersection of the horizontal edge and of this angled edge is going to be way out here. But so then if we were to take that distance to the flange, here I'm going to draw the distance using a different color. So if we were to take that distance, oh no, I guess I'm not going to draw it using a different color. So if we were to take that distance out to the virtual sharp, it would be this distance. But if we were to take that distance to the tangency point, then it would just be this distance here. So it only really becomes different when you're dealing with a flange distance dimension. So this is in the flange property manager. You can declare that you want the distance to be from a virtual intersection point, or you can declare that you want it to be from a point of tangency. That's the only time it makes a difference. When it's 90 degrees, it doesn't make a difference. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that drawing. It always looks like I'm drawing with a crayon on a napkin when I draw freehand with a mouse. And frankly, freehand with a pencil. But don't tell anybody about that one. As we have one final announcement to make. Last year, in June, we had our first ever TooTallToby 3D CAD speed modeling tournament. 3D CAD modeling speed run tournament. You can see here that we paired off in groups of 2. There was a round of 8. There was a semifinals, and then there was a finals. And from that tournament, we were able to have people share their screens, probably for the first time ever. Heads up, people sharing their CAD screens, showing the world how they model, what their toolbars look like. I was able to commentate on that with my good friend Sean O'Neill. It was a wonderful time. And at the end of the tournament, none other than Ivan the Reasonable, Ivan Lowen, emerged victorious. Then, last year in December, we decided to do it again. We had, once again, another bracket created with 8 runners, 3, 1, 6, 7, and Philo Mathis started us out with a bang, an amazing heads-up match. We were able to, once again, share their screens. Our runners, our participants were willing to share their screen to show off to the world what their layout looks like. Clark Schaefer, who just got second place in Model Mania at the World Conference, was in the tournament, showing off his skills. I was able to do some commentary with my good friend Dan Wagner, great guy. And this time, it was none other than Cam Smith, who cut through the entire crowd and was able to come out on top. Congratulations to Cam in that, once again, by the way. Summer 2021, we're going to do it again. I don't actually know my seasons and know when one season starts and the next season, or when one season ends and the next season begins. So I don't even know if May is in summer, but Our Season 3 tournament is going to take place on Saturday, May 1st. So we're going to go through, we're going to do our series of Saturday Model Monday Lives. And when we get to Saturday, May 1st, we are going to officially have our Season 3 tournament. So the points that people are earning tonight are going to go towards that tournament Saturday, May 1st. It is officially announced. I will get it on the website. As always, I am super excited. If you cannot make it on Saturday, the May 1st, let me know sooner rather than later. Especially if you start winning points, let me know. We'll figure something out. But officially, it is Saturday, May 1st for the big Model Monday Live tournament, which is taking place on Saturdays. I know it sounds crazy. Model Saturday Live. We'll have to figure out a good name for it. Solid Saturdays. I don't know what we'll call it. But as always, I am super excited. These are a lot of fun, and I'm excited to. I think what we need to do, or what I need to do, is I need to start cutting up the clips so I can just show people like a bite-sized clip of two people going head to head. Because I think that the 4-hour live stream is a lot to ask somebody to watch. I think if we can maybe cut those down in just little clips, it'll be a lot more interesting. So, all these things on my plate. I think what I need is a PA, a personal assistant, somebody to just kind of hang out with me and keep me on track. I think it's gonna be it for tonight, guys. Let's take a look. Let's see what kind of answers we're getting here. Gonna go back through here. When I modeled the part with 90-degree flanges, it changed the weight by 10 grams between the two options. That's interesting. That's what Mike said on that one. I'll have to try that one, Mike. Yeah, I'll have to try that. The only thing I could think would be if it... I'd have to just try it, yeah. I mean, flange position inside, flange position outside, that dimension call out, that usually doesn't change the geometry for me, but... And 10 grams, doesn't seem like it would be... It's weird. It's such a subtle amount. I wonder. I'll just have to look at it. I'll have to look at it and try it, Mike. Great question. I'm sorry I don't have a good answer for you, but I'll bank it. Bank it in my brain. All right, here we go. Let's see here. See if anybody came. Okay. Just want to see. Okay, there we go. That's where we stopped. Tom Smith a long time ago gave me a really good idea, which is whenever I start another challenge, I should put my name and at my name so that I have a nice marker so I know when the next one started. But Tom Smith is so smart. That's all I'm trying to say. Oh, and here we go. Tom Smith. There we go. Here he comes in with the first answer. 0.925. Let's see if Tom Smith got it right. Clark says 0.925 as well. Ivan says 0.925. Tim Z, 0.925. These guys are heavy hitters, and they are all coming in. These answers all came in, I think, right one after the other after the other. That's awesome. Tom says, had to stop Ivan. Ivan says, GG, Tom. Nick coming in there, 0.925. Nice job, Nick. Let's see here. Tom coming in with the win. Tim Z giving Tom a shout out. Cam coming in with 0.913. Trying to mix it up a little bit, saying, hey, guys, you guys might have missed something. And then Cam looks like he revised his answer here to 0.923. 3167, 0.934. Also trying to mix it up. Nick says, got it on the calendar. That is awesome. Sick Nasty Saturdays. Yep, love it. That's good. We'll put that one into the hat. That one might make the cut. Let's see here. Still trying to figure out the hint side. Dark says 0.91. Zach F. Nice job, Zach. 0.925. All right. Cool. 10 a.m. Eastern IRC. Yes. IRC. I don't know what that is. What's the correct answer? The correct answer is 0.925. So let me go over to let me reach out to my PA and ask them to update this website. I'm going to leave your nickname as Dragon Slayer 69, Tom. Hope that you are okay with that. If we go to the website here, TooTallToby, we click on the link for Model Monday Live, we can see that we now have two people on the chart. Ivan Lowen, Tom Smith. Congratulations, Tom. GG. Congratulations to Ivan. Very nicely done. Okay, and I think that's it, guys. We're at 10 o'clock. I want to say thank you, as always, to everyone in the chat. You guys are the best chat ever. I feel so fortunate to always get a chance to hang out with you all. Looking forward to, it's so weird to say, but looking forward to Saturday, February 20th at 1500 GMT. We're going to advertise it. We're going to try and see if we can get some people, some new people in here, maybe a little bit more of an international crowd. We're going to challenge them. We're going to see how fast they are on the wonderful world of 3D CAD. I want to give a huge shout out to Tim Z and to Clark Schaefer for their amazing win at 3D Experience World. Great job, guys. It is a true honor. It is a true challenge to get up there and to kind of take everybody down. So great job to everybody. If you guys enjoyed the show tonight, of course, give me a 1 in the chat and let people know about the show as always. And thank you all so much for always hanging out, of course. And I guess I will be seeing as many of you as I can on Saturday. Look out for some videos coming this week. I'll try to finish up that Model Mania video tomorrow for everybody, so you guys have a chance to see it. Dark says it's 3 a.m. right now, so that should be much better for you, Dark. So good. I'm glad you are gonna like the new time change. Hopefully Saturday will work for everybody. I know Saturday is a little bit weird, but it kind of has to be at a time that'll work for everybody, and that's probably a good time. Hopefully. I don't know. It's an experiment, right? If you don't experiment with things, you don't learn what works and what doesn't work. All right, everybody. Stay safe. Stay sane. I'll see everybody on Saturday. Have a great week. Bye.